can be found here in the Nevada desert. This is where the pot of gold is waiting at the South Point Hotel and Casino on the south end of the Strip here in beautiful Las Vegas. This is where they hold the legendary Vegas Shoot each and every year. Also known as the Las Vegas World Archery Festival, it's billed as one of the biggest and most prestigious open archery competitions on the planet Earth. It also serves as the fourth and final stage of the Indoor Archery World Cup Tour, which did lead up to last night's World Cup finals here at the South Point Hotel and Casino. Hope you were able to join us for that and enjoyed our coverage. I'm Carl Arki, and wherever in the world you happen to be, hola, ni hao, bonjour, merhaba, konnichiwa, shalom, guten tag, dzień dobry, buongiorno, good day mates, and welcome to our live coverage here of the Vegas Shoot on Archery.TV. Once again, I'm Carl Arki, and we're glad that you're with us this evening as the archers who have stayed perfect at the biggest tournament in indoor archery competition compete for the biggest prize in indoor archery. Every year, after 3 days of intense competition, a select few sit on the perfect scores of 900 for the 30-arrow 300 rounds, and to decide who takes home the top prize, they'll shoot off here in sudden death style. Whoever keeps their arrows in the middle the longest will win. So we shall see what we shall see. One thing to remember in Vegas, compound archers score using the larger recurve 10 ring, but after the second end of the shoot-off, they'll revert to using the inner and smaller compound 10 rings. So watch out for the lucky dog as well. Before the final shoot-off, all of the compound men who just dropped 1 point over the tournament and ended up on 899 points have their own shoot-off. The winner of that makes the final lineup, but that lucky dog either wins it all or tumbles back down the rankings below any 900 shooters he might beat. So far, no lucky dog has won Vegas yet. But who knows, maybe this will be the year. You were just watching Erica Jones and Sarah Lopez from Colombia in a shoot-off right there as we get set for the Vegas Shoot. There's Erica Jones, who won the World Cup title last night and did it in strong fashion. Erica having an outstanding indoor season, winning in Singapore on the Archery World Cup circuit, winning in Telford, and then coming to Las Vegas. And last night coming away with the victory as she defeated Crystal Galvin of the United States to pick up the gold medal. So the targets on the left for Sarah Lopez. You could see that top target just outside that center ring. And now Sarah Lopez and Erica Jones to continue shooting. Sarah Lopez bursting upon the scene last year, coming basically almost out of nowhere to win the gold medal at stage 2 in the outdoor season in Antalya. Then continuing to have a great campaign with her Colombian teammates, particularly Alejandra Usquiano, who wound up winning the Outdoor World Cup title in Paris. With Sarah Lopez, one of the rising stars. Of course, Erica Jones, already considered one of the great stars in women's compound. So Sarah Lopez has finished her 3 shots. Erica. So much of it is about the concentration and the focus. Steady as a rock.
Even though Sarah has more X's, they're still tied.
So this match tied.
Gentlemen are still going at it.
As Erica surveys
Taking a quick look now.
the situation.
White has got himself 10-10-10. Same for Mr. Barnsdale.
Once we get going with the Vegas Shoot in earnest, it will be the championship female and championship seniors competing simultaneously here at the South Point Hotel and Casino. And that will be followed by the championship male freestyle division in the Vegas chute, where there is a lot of money up for grabs. $25,000 going to the winner. And a year ago, that winner was Rio Wild. So a good look at Erica Jones as well as Sarah Lopez. And the officials getting a little closer look.
Well, you know, I don't understand why we just don't send someone on the floor to do that. I don't understand. Yeah, sure.
Willett, 30.
Marking those scores. Bob Cole calls it out.
You don't mind sharing. And when I see them heading that way, I'll know. Well, of course it is. That's what drags it out.
Barnsdale, 30.
This is bad. What he's doing right now is just, it's all dead time. I already called them all. It's already done.
And remain tied.
So, Bruce, that means that
So
we're
you
going
heard
to
it
have
for yourself.
Another.
Everyone
Big
remains
Ten
tied.
end.
Roger Willett Jr.
As
is
we
out
head
there
down to the
shooting
ladies,
right
the
now.
judges having a look.
One of America's great compound archers.
Lopez, 30.
So Sarah Lopez scores 30 on her 3 shots, all of them in the 10 ring. And now they'll inspect the target face for Erica Jones.
And Jones, 30. Give them a big hand.
So Erica scores 30 as well. So they will continue to play on until someone is eliminated. This is archery's version of Survivor. If you miss a shot, you're off the island, in all likelihood. And there's a good look at Rio Wild, who's awaiting the competition here. Rio, as we mentioned a moment ago, winning the $25,000 award last year. Rio trying to bounce back from what I know is a disappointing night for him last night, as he was eliminated in the compound competition by his brother Logan. So here we go. Roger Willett Jr., the gentleman in the red shirt. Competing in the Vegas chute. Roger, former world champion, captured the world title in Istanbul back in 2011 at the Outdoor Championships on the grounds of the Küçüksu Palace in Istanbul. Competing here today in Las Vegas. Roger's first 2 shots just off to the left a little bit. Roger Willett dead center with that second shot to the right. First one just a little bit off to the left, and now we look at the target faces for Sarah Lopez of Colombia and Erica Jones of the United States. Sarah with her 3rd shot. Dead center. So Sarah Lopez, who hopes to someday study medicine in Colombia, right now focusing on her archery. She has captured the imagination of her country, winning that gold medal in Antalya last summer at stage 2 and shooting well here in Las Vegas. X does mark the spot. There's no question about that. Well, coming up in just a few moments, we'll have the championship male freestyle competition, and we can give you the lineup for that. We'll be seeing Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands, Rio Wild of the United States, Braden Gelentine, Levi Morgan, Chris Schaff, Scott Starnes, Richard Potter, all of them of the United States, Sebastian Peinot, who pulled off the shocker last night, defeating Braden Gelentine in the men's compound final for the men's gold medal, and he did it in convincing fashion, 7-1. So Sebastian will be competing along with Stefan Hansen, good young shooter from Denmark.
Barnsdale, 30.
Sergio Pagni, the Sultan of Smooth, as George likes to call him, in the shoot-off as well. And 4 more Americans: Matthew Sullivan, Logan Wild, Rob Morgan, and Mark Gruber. So there's your field, which we'll see momentarily as the gentlemen will do battle.
White, 30.
So that is it for Dwayne Price. Let's have a nice round of applause for Dwayne. Always outstanding sportsmanship on the pros. Here it is. Price.
Lopez, 30.
Sarah Lopez with 30. As she and Erica Jones battle for the prize money.
And Jones, 30.
Erica Jones
tell us,
with
George,
30.
is the ladies
So they'll
just
continue to play on.
The X-ring, dead center shots on all of those.
Now for the
two
ladies,
down there. You can't quite
first
say
place
that for the gentlemen.
brings in $6,000.
Fantastic today. The guys better step it up a little bit.
For the senior men, or seniors I should say, the championship senior freestyle division, top prize of $5,500. And they'll up the ante even more when we get to the championship male freestyle. So on the senior side, Roger Willett Jr. eliminated. Only 3 archers left. And in the championship female freestyle, it's Erica Jones battling Sarah Lopez. Side by side, shot for shot.
Just out of the X for Erica on that shot.
Both of them just out of the X. Better shot for Sarah on her second attempt. Erica locked in to that centering as well.
That's it. Sarah.
3 strong shots for Sarah Lopez.
Ladies championship.
As she vies for that $6,000 first place prize. Erica trying to add to the totals that she's won so far here in Vegas this weekend. Picked up close to $4,000 for that World Cup victory last night.
Reaches the 9 ring, 2X. So let's see what
happens. Excuse me, Roger Willett is still in the competition. I apologize. He was not eliminated.
Waiting for the judge's call. We may have 2 men standing.
So my apologies to Roger.
Yep, that's what it looks like. It's a whole different game when they start scoring that X ring.
Now, as we go along, let's remind you
Willett,
that these
29.
archers are starting out using the larger recurve 10, but after the second end, and we're past that second end of the shoot-off, they revert to using the inner smaller compound 10. So now it becomes a matter of not just being in the gold ring, you've got to try and be as close to that X as you possibly can with as many shots. And that's what's going to separate these archers as the crowd starts to get into it here at the South Point Hotel and Casino. Great crowd on hand on a Sunday afternoon.
Barnsdale, 29.
Had a tremendous crowd here last night for the Indoor World Cup Archery Finals. Some critical calls being made here. With quite a bit of money at stake, resting on the ruling by these judges.
White, 28.
And so we've got 2 men standing. Let's hear it for Jackie White, ladies and gentlemen.
Jackie White eliminated. And we are down to 2.
And now it comes down to the Shark Man, Roger Willett Jr. and the veteran Dave Barnsdale, George.
If Dave Barnsdale take this one, this will be his third Vegas
So Roger
win.
Willett Jr.
And
still in the hunt.
This will be Rogers first.
Jackie White
It's not
out,
actually
eliminated.
I mean, they are shooting off for second here. So
Oh, they're
And
shooting
2
off
are still
second.
standing.
my bad.
Roger
Should've
Willett Jr.
mentioned that
being
earlier.
one of them.
But yeah, still great achievement.
Roger, who
you
makes
know,
his
these guys
home
are
in the
best senior
Tidewater
shooters in the
area
world
of
by far.
Virginia.
And Roger, certainly out there pounding the circuit with the non-senior shooters.
Yeah, he does that all the time with the USA Archery stuff, and he's still
One of the great
very
veterans
dangerous.
Roger's nickname in world archery is
in
the
American
Shark Man.
archery.
Lopez, 30.
Now the scores. Sarah
And
Lopez
Jones,
with 30.
28.
28 for Erica Jones. So the victory goes to Sarah Lopez from Colombia. So Sarah Lopez, long way from home, able to score 30 and outlast Erica Jones, who's eliminated. She was the last one to go out. And Sarah Lopez, the last one left standing. So it was well worth taking the long trip from Colombia here to Las Vegas for Sarah Lopez, whom we shall see a great deal of during the outdoor season. So now we shift our attention to the men. Dave Barnsdale, Roger Willett Jr., both of the United States. And another X for Roger Willett Jr. Dave Barnsdale shooting well. So now it's a judge's call, and we'll wait to find out if we play on or if we have a winner. Again, if you're just joining us, we have just had a decision in the championship female freestyle division as Sarah Lopez of Colombia outlasts Erica Jones of the United States. Sarah Lopez winning $6,000. And Erica Jones taking home another check for $2,000 to go along with the almost $4,000 that she won last night by winning the 2014 Indoor Archery World Cup Final here in Vegas.
Willett,
Now we've
29.
got the competition in the championship senior freestyle, and the score is in for Roger Willett Jr. On that end, a 29. Dave Barnsdale now awaiting his score. $5,500 going to the winner. Almost $2,000 going to the runner-up.
30.
A 30 for Dave Barnsdale. So Dave Barnsdale is the survivor, and he is the winner of the shoot-off, the Vegas Shoot. It's a great head-to-head competition here on a Sunday in Nevada. And Dave Barnsdale of the United States coming away the winner. On Friday, Barnsdale scored 297 of a possible 300 points. On Saturday, improved to 299 points. And then today, 299 more points. A total of 895 points. Now, Jackie White was almost perfect in the senior division with a score of 899. Missed on only one shot Friday through Sunday, but was eliminated earlier on in this competition. Dave Barnsdale ranked 11th coming in, but outlasts the rest of the competition and walks away the winner in the championship senior freestyle. So congratulations to Dave Barnsdale, and congratulations to Sarah Lopez of Columbia. And so we await now the competition in the championship male freestyle, where the prize money starts at $25,000 and works its way down through the top 40 male archers, $200 being the smallest prize. Right now, everybody's got their eyes on that $25,000 prize that's out there waiting for somebody. 13 archers who will take to the playing field, and we're just about set to go. Strong performance by Roger Willett Jr. Good to see Roger again. Still out here competing. So the officials doing their job, taking care of those target faces, the tri-spot target faces, 40 centimeters across. And play continues here at the Vegas Shoot. Good look at the crowd. You can see the trade show there in the background. The top vendors in the industry displaying their wares all this weekend. Over 2,000 participants here at the Vegas Shoot this year. Novices all the way up to Olympic archers competing here at the Vegas Shoot. Great, great event. And they are anxiously awaiting the big event, the championship male freestyle event. Whatever time of day it might happen to be, wherever you might happen to be in the world, we're glad to have you with us here on Archery.tv. Everybody having a good time here in Vegas? That's what Vegas is all about, coming to Vegas and having a great time. That is what it is all about. So the stage just about set. As the gentleman gets set to enter the field of battle. So there's your field. Mark Gruber, Rob Morgan, Sergio Pagni, Stefan Hansen, Logan Wild, Matthew Sullivan, Sebastian Payneau, Richard Potter, Scott Starnes, Chris Schaff, Levi Morgan, Braden Gelantine, Rio Wild, and Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands.
And our 13th ranked shooter for the shoot down, number 13 with a perfect score from the United States of America and Montana, Rob Morgan.
Rob Morgan being introduced to the crowd here.
The Sultan of Smooth.
So here's Sergio Pagni from Italy, former world champion and one of the top archers in the world competing here today.
Number 4 coming into the studio, Stefan Hansen of Denmark.
Stefan Hansen of Denmark, who we saw burst on the scene in Antalya last summer, teaming up with Martin Damsbo. Here's Logan Wild of the United States, who provided a lot of excitement last night as he upset his brother Rio Wild in head-to-head competition, getting a little bit of payback against Rio, who had defeated him most recently in Singapore, and that was for the second year in a row at Stage 2 in Singapore.
Number 7, two-time European indoor champion, representing France, Sebastian.
This is Sebastian Payneau. Sebastian Payneau, one of the stars of last night's Archery World Cup final.
And winner of last night's World Cup Grand Final.
Coming in and pulling off a 7-1 upset of Braden Gelantine. That raised a lot of eyebrows here in the crowd. Here is Potter, Richard Potter of the United States. Fist bumps all around and head-to-head competition.
Next up, taking second in the Lancaster Classic, would only pale in comparison if he takes it tonight. It's Scott Starnes, the NFAA Classic champion.
Here's Scott Starnes of the United States.
Representing the great state of Montana, making his first appearance at a Vegas final, it's Chris Schaff.
Out of Montana, Chris Schaff of the United States.
The 5-time world champion of
represented here in Las Vegas today.
Shooter of the Year, the reigning world
Awaiting his introduction right now, Levi Morgan. Levi Morgan, who picked up a bronze medal last night in the Archery World Cup final. Levi with a strong performance last night and settling for the silver medal. It just tells you how strong this field is. You've got Braden Gelantine, who really feels he's got some ground to make up here today after being eliminated by his brother Logan last night and failing to reach the medal match. Here's Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands, another strong shooter. Here at the Vegas Shoot. By the way, the Vegas Shoot started back in the 1960s. It used to be hosted at the Sands Expo Center back in the days when they had 700 shooters. Then from 2000 to 2010, the shoot was held at the Riviera Hotel and Casino and grew to nearly 1,600 archers. In 2011, they moved the shoot to the South Point Hotel and Casino, where we are right now. The move allowing more room to put everything under one roof. Now, a year ago, 1,800 shooters from all 50 states and over 38 countries. This year, more than 2,200 archers from more than 33 countries participating here in the Vegas Shoot, where they upped the ante to $250,000 in cash and prizes. And the president of the Vegas Shoot, Bruce Cull, doing a great job staging this event, bringing in more archers, upping the prize money, and creating an event unlike any other in the sport of archery. So 13 across the line, and again, it's a matter of survival. Schlosser, Wild, Galantine, Morgan, Schaff, Starnes, Potter, Payneau, Sullivan, Wild, Hansen, Pagny, Morgan, and Gruber all shooting simultaneously, all knowing they have to be in the 10 ring. Rio Wild, the top qualifier. Rio, perfect score, along with Jesse Broadwater of the United States.
That's correct. It doesn't matter how many exits they have, how many they shoot off. Their exit is their placement.
Now the total score of X calculation, only one drops out during the same ending of the shoot off. And accumulation, first day score, first day X's, etc. That's how things are separated out.
So Rio Wild on Friday, a score of 300. On Saturday, a score of 300. And on Sunday, a score of 300. Levi Morgan, perfect as well, with a score of 900 over the first 3 days of competition. Same goes for Richard Potter. Same goes for Rob Morgan. So the first end is over. And there's a good look at Levi Morgan, who was so strong last night, winning that bronze medal. So all 13 up to the line again, shooting from 20 yards out. Braden, who was just a little bit off of his game last night, fell behind in the first 2 sets, 4-0, and then just could not play catch-up, as Sebastian Payneau would not allow that to happen. Payneau in this field of 13 as well, who's about to take his shot. And as they look down 20 yards away to see where their targets have landed, looks of concern. Lots of pressure here in this format, where you simply cannot miss. It'll cost you.
Real close.
So all 13 archers anxiously making that walk across the field of play. And Casino in Las Vegas. Someone will hit that jackpot and pick up the $25,000 award.
That's why we got judges down there.
Schlosser, 30.
Schlosser with a 30. So he's good.
Rio Wild, 30.
Rio Wild still alive, as he scores a perfect 30 as well. The officials working their way down the line, inspecting each target face. Martin Damsbo.
Scores next.
And Pierre-Julien Deloche taking in the action here. Two of the greatest compound archers going in the world right now. Martin, of
Morgan,
course,
30.
winning
Now it's going to be Chris's score next.
the Archery Outdoor World Cup Finals last fall in Paris, France.
This has to be a tough weight.
Completing
for
an
Scott.
outstanding outdoor season for Martin. And a great outdoor season for Pierre-Julien Deloche. An officer in the French Navy who also had himself a great
Shot,
finals in
30.
Paris.
Okay, so Chris is clean. Now here comes the score for Scott Starnes, the man with the liner at this time. This has got to be just, oh.
This is tough. It's really tough.
Nothing better than some French fries here at the Vegas Shoot.
It's really rough too.
And the lights come out. The ref is using the light to make sure that the arrow is actually cutting the line. Hopefully it is.
Once again, just to remind you, the competitors here today had to go through a grueling 3 days of intense competition, shooting 3 30-arrow 300 rounds.
Starnes, 29.
Now Starnes is scored at 29, so Starnes out of the competition. He falls out as he scores at 29. Gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here. You saw Roger Willett Jr. just a moment ago on the phone, probably calling home,
Nobody likes to see somebody.
giving him the score.
All right, still clean there for Mr. Richard Potter.
Scott Starnes with that 29. We'll have to step aside now.
At this Vegas Shoot, they are really upholding the term. You know, I always see it every year. They're so mutually supportive.
Most everyone are friends. We see each other every week.
And again, some anxious moments right here. Payneau remains in the hunt with a 30.
World Cup winner, clean.
And 30 is what you have to have
I'm happy for him.
to stay in this competition.
And it may have been a little lost in translation. I think he actually broke his back. That's the phrase that was used. Wow.
Sullivan, 30.
A score of 30 for Matthew Sullivan of the United States. Is still in. Schlosser still in. Rio Wild still in. Scott Starnes is out.
Logan Wild, 30.
Logan Wild gets to keep fighting away. He'll continue competing. Stefan Hansen, a teammate of Martin Damsbo, scored 30 on that end. I think Hansen's really one of the great up-and-coming archers. Only about 18 years old. Sergio, highly decorated. World champion on a couple of occasions. Last year had a particularly good season in mixed team competition.
So all the top guys except for Scott Starnes are still in it.
So the only one eliminated is Scott Starnes.
Target gets checked out.
So Scott Starnes is out.
Is Mark Gruber still in it to win?
And Gruber, 30.
Mark Gruber with a 30. So we are down to a dozen. Started with 13, down to a dozen right now. And they'll head back to that shooting line. And we'll keep shooting until we have determined a winner, and there's only one man left standing. Pretty much high-stakes poker here in Las Vegas. Poker with a bow and arrow, that is. So right back up to the line, getting set to go. Scott Starnes now a spectator. Telling the story. Good look at Rio Wild. Won the Vegas shoot last year, took the top prize, trying to do it again. Easier said than done. Great competition here for Rio, Logan, Braden Gelantine. Braden focusing in now. Braden a little bit right with that one, but it looks like he's on the line. Sergio trying to keep it in the middle. Stefan Hansen surveying the situation. Stefan done with his 3 shots, and Sebastian Peinot still up at the line along with Rio Wild. Can Peinot put it where he wants to? We shall see. We spoke with Sebastian last night after he won his gold medal in the compound competition of the Archery World Cup, and he said, I stayed within my bubble. In other words, he maintained his focus, was not distracted, just stayed within himself, focused on the task at hand, and got the job done, beating Braden Gelantine 7-1. Now Peinot back here looking for more. There is the target face for Logan Wild on the right, Sullivan on the left. And a good look at the championship form of Rio Wild of the United States. And the rest of the competition. Rio Wild scores 30. Still in the hunt. Bruce Call in the sports jacket. Announcing Braden Gelantine score of 30. Levi trying to keep it loose, keep it light.
Has tremendous marketing and presence in Italy and a lot of compound growth there because of him.
Levi Morgan, 30.
Levi with a 30, which explains the smile.
Shot, 30.
Next up will be Richard Potter's score.
Potter, 30.
Potter with the score of 30.
Sebastian Peinot. And you mentioned George while he was shooting, he was holding for a real long time, but he got away with it, didn't he?
Yeah, that last arrow looked like it was in his bow a little too long. He got it though, it's dead center.
Peinot, 30.
That means
So Sebastian Peinot.
Definitely.
Next up will be Matt Sullivan.
Gets the job done on that end. Scores 30. And will play on.
Sullivan, 30.
And Sullivan will as well. Matthew Sullivan of the United States. And you can see that the archers will be
Next up will be Stephen Hansen from Denmark.
placing new target faces up on.
And then we'll have the moment of truth for Sergio.
The stands starting to wear out those target faces.
Hansen, 30.
Stefan Hansen with a score of 30.
Here comes the score for Sergio Pagni. The question
Now
is,
Sergio
is
Pagni
there daylight between his arrow
is
and
always a
that
cool customer.
vital 10 ring?
We've enjoyed having Sergio on with us
Only the judges will know for
for
sure
commentary
in the
during
next 30 seconds.
live coverage. And there you can see they're using the little lights in there just to try to get a better look at that. Very close to the line. And Sergio, I'm sure, concerned about that. Very, very close. Sergio, by his expression, does not appear to be pleased. An anxious moment, to say the very least, for Sergio, who had a lot of great moments last summer with Marcello Tonioli in mixed team competition outdoors. All of a good long look at that third shot.
Pagni, 29.
Sergio's out.
Let's hear it for Sergio Pagni.
They said the shot was out. He scores 29 in that end, and Sergio Pagni waves to the crowd as he has been eliminated.
Rob Morgan, 30.
Rob Morgan, meanwhile, stays in the hunt as he's awarded 30 points. And so Sergio Pagni will step aside, take a seat, watch the rest of the competition.
And Gruber, 30.
Mark Gruber with his 30 stays in it. So Sergio, his work done for the day. You can see that hole in the target right there on number 3. A little bit high into the right. And that's what cost him. So it does happen to the best of them. Great, great shooting, but just not good enough today. So Sergio Pagni getting a nice round of applause from the fans here in Las Vegas. Very knowledgeable crowd here for the Vegas shoot. And Sergio, while missing, did not miss by much. It was close. That's why those officials take such great care and take the time to make sure that their call is correct. Sébastien Peynaud of France. Steeling himself and preparing for this next end. So 2 have been eliminated. Sergio Pagni is out. Scott Starnes is out. And the next end underway. Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands firing away. Peering through that sight, lining up the shot. And you can tell just from the expressions whether it was in or it's out. And with each end, the pressure mounts. It rises, it gets greater. Some of these archers shaking their heads as they walk away from the shooting line. Rio Wild, though, looking confident right now. as he peers at his target. Sebastian Penaud feeling good about his end. Not quite sure Stefan Hansen feels that good about his 3 shots. So this end almost complete. And they'll head for the other side of the arena momentarily.
I see 3 men with perfect scores at this time. I'm not going to tell you who they are. Let the judges do that.
So the short walk over to the targets. And then you hold your breath, wait, hope for the best. Although in truth, most of these archers know already. Or they know that they're at least in a little bit of danger. Might be close. You could tell Sergio knew that there was a very good chance he might be out of the competition. And he was, being eliminated in the end just before this one. So Mike Schlosser scores 30. He plays on.
Logan, Sullivan.
Rio Wild, 28.
Rio Wild is out. 28 for Rio. So Rio's work done for the day. So the man who won this event last year eliminated after scoring 28 points, getting some consolation from his brother Logan. So the great champion Rio Wild of the United States, Pocatello, Idaho. He'll head back home. Braden Galantine is also out as he shoots 28. So 2 of the top in the world falling by the wayside. Levi Morgan breathing a sigh of relief as he scores 30. Will anybody else be voted off the island? It's a game of survivor.
Shot, 30.
Chris Schaff with a 30. Still in it. Trying to win it. Can only relax for a moment, though. There's a smile. Levi Morgan trying to loosen him up. Chris Schaff. And Potter has been eliminated. Richard Potter out after scoring 28 points. You've got to be perfect. You've got to have 3 10s. You've got to score 30 to stay in this game. And you could tell during that end, Richard Potter had that expression, and you sort of knew that it was over. That look of agony that came across his face. So Richard Potter eliminated along with Rio Wild. And the field starting to thin out just a little bit. And it thins out a little bit more as Matthew Sullivan will bow out. Matthew Sullivan with a score of 29. Stefan Hansen still awaiting his score. Bruce Cull and the rest of the officials. So Logan Wild finished as well for the day. Logan Wild, his day is done. Logan with 28 points, not enough to stay in it. So Logan Wild goes out on the same end that his brother Rio goes out in. And Stefan Hansen done for the day as well. 27 for Stefan Hansen. But he is a young man in his teens, his late teens, who's got a bright, bright future. Now we expect to see a lot more of Stefan Hansen during the outdoor campaign, which will start in April in Shanghai, continue in May in Colombia, Medellin. Then we'll be on to Antalya, Turkey in June, Wrocław, Poland in August, and then the Outdoor World Cup final coming up in Lausanne in September.
Rob Morgan, 30.
Rob Morgan's in it. Rob Morgan with 30 points. Staying alive, staying alive. He is the lucky dog who did get in. He won a shoot-off. He was... So Mark Gruber done for the day after scoring only 28 points. Only. Under most circumstances, that'd be a good score. But under these circumstances, it's not enough to stay in the game. So let's try to update you on who's in and who is out. Right now, Rio Wild, Braden Gelantine, Scott Starnes, Richard Potter, Matthew Sullivan, Logan Wild, Stefan Hansen, Sergio Pagni, and Mark Gruber have all been eliminated. Unofficially, Mike Schlosser, Levi Morgan, Chris Schaff, Sebastian Payneau, and Rob Morgan still in it, trying to win it. $25,000 at stake. That's the prize money that goes to the man who wins. There's Martin Damsbo, fellow countryman of Stefan Hansen, congratulating that young man. First on getting into the Vegas shoot and the shoot-off. Here in the championship male freestyle competition. That is one terrific young man. Great shooter. So Stefan Hansen from Denmark done for the day. He'll sit down. And 5 remain, including Mike Schlosser. From the Netherlands, the Frenchman Sebastian Payneau. The American Levi Morgan still out there. As is Rob Morgan of the United States, a dark horse at the start of this competition, but now has a chance. You can hear a pin drop here at the South Point Hotel and Casino Arena. Trying to hold it steady, a little bit shaky, and goes to the binoculars immediately. Good look at Sebastian Payneau, who brings it back down. Gathers himself, regroups, takes time. There's still 44 seconds on the clock. They get 2 minutes for the 3 shots. And Payneau ponders the situation. Morgan getting a nice round of applause from his fans here in the crowd in Las Vegas. Rob Morgan of the United States. 22 seconds to shoot that last shot, and Sebastian Payneau pumping his fist. Likes that shot. Happy about that. And look at those shots. Sebastian Payneau right around the X on all 3 of those shots. He's on a roll right now in Vegas. It's a good place to get on a roll. Won the top prize last night in the 2014 Archery World Cup final, defeating Braden Gelantine. Comes over and gives Mike Schlosser a pat on the back, congratulates him on scoring 30 more points and staying in the hunt. So big Mike Schlosser from the Netherlands, still going. Now Levi Morgan score. 29 for Levi Morgan, who is done for the day. Eliminated. Missed on just one of his shots, but falls by the wayside. So Levi Morgan, who picked up a bronze medal last night in the men's compound, the World Cup final. 29 for Chris Schaff. He's eliminated, but did well to get this far. No question about it. So congratulations to Chris on a job well done. Sebastian Peinot still in it. Another 30 for Sebastian Peinot.
Excellent patience. It's very hard to remind yourself to just be patient during this shoot-off. You kind of want to rush.
Now Rob Morgan. Morgan trying to be one of the three still in the hunt here at the Vegas Shoot. 30 points for Rob Morgan. And the crowd loves it here in Vegas. So Morgan got to be pumped up. And Mike Schlosser steady, on target. Good look at Chris Schaff of the United States. And there is Sebastian Peinot, who's had it working for him this weekend, no question about that. And then there were three archers left in the Vegas Shoot. Every man for himself right now. Levi Morgan getting a little bit of consolation. And we move on to the next end. 3 remaining shooters. We started with 13. It's down to Schlosser. On your screen right now, Sebastian Peinot and Rob Morgan. The Netherlands, France, and the USA represented in this final trio. Morgan firing, quickly reloading. Peinot looking off, you could see that. He looked off and wisely brought it back down. Did not take the shot. Something distracted him, obviously. His focus had been so good. Great shot. Terrific shot by Peinot. So a wise decision by Sebastian to take his time, wait and take that shot. .25 seconds remaining on the clock. Plenty of time. And Peinot lets it fly center. What a shot. Sebastian putting on a show and needs a drink. So this crowd being treated to a display of marksmanship here in Vegas at the Vegas Shoot. So 3 left. Will we still have 3 after those targets have been inspected more closely? Incredible shooting by Schlosser, who scores 30 again. He's happy with his performance. Rob Morgan. And there you could see that was the moment where Sebastian Peinot became a little bit distracted, looked off, And wisely, it shows the experience. And it probably saves Sebastian Peinot. He scores 30 as well. He's still in it. So Schlosser survives. Peinot survives. What about Rob Morgan of the United States? Oh, Rob Morgan with a 28 is out of the running. I think it's a standing ovation from the crowd here in Las Vegas. And that's something he'll always remember. So Rob Morgan finishes third. And he'll take home a check for $3,000. So it's down to 2 right now. And there's a big difference, at least in the paycheck, between first and second. You finish second, you get a check for $6,000. You finish first, and it's a $25,000 payoff. Rob Morgan, congratulated by all the gentlemen he was competing against. Rob picking up a check for $3,000 here at the Vegas Shoot. Got deep into the competition before finally coming up a little bit short with 28 points in that end. So it's down to 2. Sebastian Peinot staying hydrated here in the desert. Grabs his bow and heads back up to the shooting line. So it's between Schlosser and Peinot right now. Down to the final 2. Who's going to blink? Who's going to flinch? Perfect shot by Schlosser. And Peinot matches it. He's in the X-ring. And out of the view of our camera, you could hear the crowd groan a little bit. I suspect that Schlosser's shot was just a little bit off target. So here's an opportunity for Peinot. And again, pulls it back down. Mike Schlosser done with his 3 shots. Peinot with a minute to go to shoot his final 2. Standing all by his lonesome. And there's the shot by Schlosser. You can see. Not in that X-ring. Peinot taking his time. In no particular hurry. All by himself out there on the shooting line. Has 35 seconds to get off his final shot as you inspected the targets yourself for Mike Schlosser. All eyes on Sebastian Peinot, as they were last night. Down to 10 seconds, looks off again. Knows he doesn't have much time and he lets it fly, and it's high to the left. Had he had more time, he might have been able to bring it back down, regroup, regather. Instead, though, there were about 10 seconds left on the clock. He had to take the shot. I've got the feeling he didn't want to force the shot at that particular moment. And both of these archers, I'm not sure if they're congratulating or consoling each other. They each were off on one of their shots. So Schlosser and Peinot doing the calculations in their own minds.
Schlosser, 29.
So 29 points for Mike Schlosser. What will be the score for Sebastian Peinot? 29 for Payneau. So they will play on. Each of them able to exhale right now and breathe a sigh of relief. The one errant shot taken by each of those archers does not come back and cost them. Although I guess if you look at it the other way, had they been perfect, we'd have our winner already. Payneau, first two shots, right where he wanted them to be, but that last shot, the third shot, not in the neighborhood he needed to be in to wrap this all up. And Sebastian Payneau with a pained expression, and you can see why. Outside that X-ring. Payneau trying to rebound, and boy does he. Hits the spider, and Mike Schlosser happy about his last shot. He knows that in all likelihood he has wrapped it up. Great shot by Payneau, but it's not enough. That first shot cost him the shoot-off, and Mike Schlosser is your winner. He survives and is the last man standing. We began with 13. Guys like Rio Wild, Sergio Pagni, Braden Gelentine. A star-studded cast to say the very least. But when all is said and done, the smoke clears and it's all over. Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands comes away with the victory and gets the check for $25,000. What a big win for him. And I'll tell you what, a great performance by Sebastian Payneau as well. Nothing to be ashamed about. Last night coming up with the gold medal performance in the men's compound competition in the 2014 Archery World Cup indoor final. And comes back today, takes second, picks up a check for $6 grand. But Mike Schlosser gonna have a little pocket money to walk around the casino with tonight. $25,000 for Mike from the Netherlands, as he just stayed solid, stayed in the center, stayed in the middle, and that gets him the victory here at the Vegas Shoot. The shoot-off in the championship male freestyle division. So Mike Schlosser, big smile on his face. And why not? Understandably so. The shooting's all done, and again the smoke is cleared, and there is your winner, Mike Schlosser, winner of the Vegas Shoot. And he's got $25,000 more in his bank account. Great sportsmanship as Sebastian Payneau comes over, congratulates Mike Schlosser. Once again in that final end, it was that first arrow shot by Sebastian Payneau that was his undoing. He came back strong, drilled the next two, but by then his fate had been sealed, the story had been told. So the crowd filing out here at the South Point Hotel and Casino, where they have enjoyed some outstanding shooting here today. Under difficult and trying and pressurized circumstances, to say the very least. But Schlosser was one cool customer. Took on all comers, fended them off. Gets a big hug from Peter Elzinga. And he is the man of the hour right now. Mike's had some great moments in his career. We'll have more, I'm sure. But Mike Schlosser taking in the moment, basking in the glow of it all. His moment in the sun, to say the very least. And they will take him down and capture the moment, get some photographs, and Cecile enjoying the action here on Archery.tv. If you get a thumbs up from Cecile, that's the stamp of approval right there. So now the moment that I'm sure any archer dreams of, being able to stand in front of those targets and be the top dog, which is what Mike Schlosser is today. Rob Morgan, great performance, finished third, representing the United States. Sébastien Peynaud of France coming in second, taking silver. And Mike Schlosser, the man in the middle and the man in the moment, winning it all. And will soon receive his check for $25,000. But it wraps up a great weekend here in Las Vegas. Once again, the Vegas Shoot hosting over 2,200 participants over the last 3 days. Had the big trade show that you can see there at the top of your screen. Hoyt, among many other vendors, here displaying their wares. And we had archers, young archers, novice archers, all the way up to international Olympic champions competing. And we welcome you back to the South Point Hotel and Casino on the southern end of the Strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the Vegas Shoot is almost history. If you're just joining us, we saw some outstanding shooting here this afternoon. In the championship senior freestyle division, David Barnsdale outlasted Roger Willett Jr. to pick up the first place prize money of $5,500. There's a good look at Greg Easton, by the way. Great to see Greg Easton here. So now the presentation of the prize money. Kim Yoo-mi of Korea.
Second place, receiving a check for $1,800, representing Korea, Shang Hye-jin.
One of 3 Koreans who medaled here in recurve competition. The 2014
First place and
Archery
champion of the Indoor World Cup 2014,
World Cup Finals,
receiving $3,700, representing Korea, Park Se-hui.
And Park Se-hui, the winner last night. Good look at Chang Ha-jin, who finished with the silver medal. This is Park Se-hui. So a clean sweep by Korea. Yesterday, last night, in the 2014 Indoor Archery World Cup Final. So they'll receive their checks and a handshake.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for our
on their
champions.
victory. The Korean contingent, as always, very, very strong, particularly in recurve. And really coming on strong in compound as well. So we congratulate all 3 of those young ladies from Korea, who made the long trip across the Pacific to be here and compete. There's Brady Ellison, who had his match all but wrapped up last night, but fired an 8 on his final shot. That allowed Rick Vanderven to come back, tie the score in that set, tie the matchup, and send it to a shoot-off, where Rick Vanderven then pulled away and won it in a shoot-off, eliminating Brady Ellison. So Brady Ellison settling for the bronze medal. Acknowledging the crowd here. Brady, one of the fan favorites everywhere he goes. It was amazing to watch the fans respond to Brady in France last fall at the World Cup final in Paris. One of the most accessible and approachable archers in our game. Matteo Fissore of Italy, the silver medalist. And the winner in the men's recurve, picking up a check for $3,700 and a gold medal. The man who won it all, Rick Vanderven, or as I like to call him now, Rick Vander 10, as he shot a bunch of 10s last night in competition. He eliminated Brady Ellison and then got into the gold medal match where he defeated Matteo Fissore of Italy on your left. Ironically, or coincidentally I should say, Fissore and Vanderven met at stage 1 of the Indoor World Cup campaign in Marrakesh, Morocco, and Vanderven defeated Fissore in that match as well. Who knew then that they would meet up again months later here in Las Vegas with the same result? Rick Vanderven eliminating Matteo Fissore. Not once, but twice in the gold medal match. So congratulations to those 3 gentlemen, Brady Ellison, Matteo Fissore, and Rick Vanderven of the Netherlands. Now for the compound competition from last night. Finishing 3rd and picking up a bronze medal. Rosalia Dominguez, representing Mexico. Representing the United States, Crystal Gauvin. Crystal with a great indoor season. She went to Marrakesh, made the trip to Morocco, came away with a gold medal there in stage 1. and accepting her check from Greg Easton for $1,800. Job well done here in Las Vegas. But she ran into Erica Jones, who's riding high right now, having a great indoor season. And Erica in command all the way last night in her gold medal match against Crystal Gauvin. So in the All-American final, it was Erica coming out on top, winning the gold medal. Crystal Gauvin gets the silver, and Rosalia Dominguez of Mexico takes the bronze. So more Kodak moments for Erica. And I don't think there's any question Crystal Gauvin's having her best year. Coming into her own, and we congratulate her on a job well done. And now for the men. The compound competition for the fellas here in Las Vegas last night. The indoor World Cup final, Levi Morgan, who has his own successful television show. Levi getting the bronze medal. Braden Gelantine will pick up the silver medal. Braden, of course, won the World Cup title last year here in Las Vegas and was vying for his second in a row, trying to make it back-to-back, but Sébastien Peynaud ruined those plans as the Frenchman, whose best finish ever to date had been a fifth-place finish 2 years ago here in Las Vegas, comes up with the biggest victory of his career and almost doubled down on that today, as he almost won the Vegas shoot, but fell in the shoot-off as Mike Schlosser was able to hang on and win it. But Sébastien Peynaud, your gold medalist, Braden Gelantine, the silver medal, and Levi Morgan on your left, taking home the bronze medal. The Vegas shoot serving a variety of purposes, one of them being the staging ground for the fourth and final stage of the Indoor World Cup campaign, and determining who does get into the final, which was held last night. And then, of course, there's also the Vegas shoot, which we just witnessed.
BCY Bowstrings, Gordon Composites, Maple Leaf Press, Leupold and Siemens, Blazin Creations, Bo Junkie, Shrewd Archery.
So more presentations now taking place here on the arena floor at the South Point Hotel and Casino. And by the way, our hats off to the South Point Hotel and Casino. What a great property it is. Wonderful place. If you're coming to Las Vegas, bring your family and enjoy the wonderful restaurants, the outstanding health club. They've got tremendous bowling facilities here. If you like to bowl, family likes to bowl, one of the best houses in the country. And they also have the cinemas, big screen theaters. You don't have to get in your car, go anywhere else. It's all right here at the South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Beautiful rooms, too. And of course, if you like to wager, then they can offer you that as well. So the dignitaries and a lot of the people responsible behind the scenes for making this all work, as Mike Schlosser calmly awaits the next part of the program. That's quite a group of archers right there. Brady Ellison, Mike Schlosser, Rio Wild, Erica Jones. Certainly not their first rodeo. So now the championship ring's being handed out here for the Vegas Shoot. And Bruce Cull, the man who runs the show here for the Vegas Shoot, heads it up, president of the Vegas Shoot. And Erica Jones working her way down the receiving line. Young lady from Nebraska. Who has gone around the world thanks to archery and has seen the world, and truly one of the stars of this sport. Rio Wild coming out to get his ring. Rio, of course, what a great career he has had. Won the World Cup final outdoors. Has been successful indoors. Won stage 2 in Singapore for the 3rd year in a row this year.
Congratulations, Erica and Rio, for your victories last year. Those are some beautiful and coveted rings. You're taking home one of a kind. Thank you, Bruce Cull.
So Rio and Erica picking up a little bit more hardware here in Las Vegas. It's been a good haul on this trip to the Nevada desert.
Coming up next, our Vegas Shoot Awards.
We don't have Richard, so we're going to Championship Senior Freestyle.
Next up, our championship.
So Championship Senior Freestyle, presentation of the awards here. Kim Yu-mi of Korea looking on. As the veteran archers being recognized now. Tony Harbaugh, congratulations to him. He's got his hands full, I'll say. Somehow I don't think he minds at all. These are the gentlemen who won in other divisions here at the Vegas Shoot. Many, many, many divisions and categories. And more checks being handed out. In all, $250,000 in cash and prizes awarded here at the 2014 Vegas Shoot. Kim Yu-mi, who you saw just a moment ago, now being recognized and rewarded. Once again, the Vegas Shoot started back in the 1960s and was hosted in the old Sands Expo Center with roughly 700 shooters back then. It has come a long way, has it not? From 2000 to 2010, the shoot was held at the Riviera Hotel and Casino, grew to nearly 1,600 archers, and that necessitated a move to a larger facility. So in 2011, the Vegas Shoot moved right here to the South Point Hotel and Casino, allowing a lot more room to expand the shoot under one roof. Last year, 1,800 shooters from all 50 states, 38 countries. This year, as Brady Ellison works the receiving line. This year, the Vegas shoot goes from 1,800 archers a year ago to over 2,200 archers from all 50 states and almost 40 countries.
Nice shooting there, got the smoke. Brady Ellison, the big come from behind win, taking home a lot of cash for his tremendous effort.
Logan Wild congratulating Brady Ellison, and Brady with a check for $2,000 and another check for $7,000. Lots of money to be had here in Vegas.
And here comes our championship female.
And as more prize money is made available, you're going to see, and the sport's becoming more popular anyway. Hollywood has helped with a bevy of movies about bows and arrows. The Hunger Games has been huge. Brave. So a lot more attention, and it's bringing a lot more youngsters into the sport. So it will continue to grow, more people getting involved, more media attention. The prize money will pick up even more. And Sarah Lance, congratulations to her. And here's the man of the hour, Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands. Obviously one of the highlights of his young life. Many more to come, I'm sure, but a great day for Mike Schlosser here in Vegas. Woke up this morning hoping, but not knowing, that this is how the day would end. And his trip back home to the Netherlands won't seem quite so long at all. Mike Schlosser, $25,000 richer. The champion in the championship male freestyle division here at the Vegas shoot. He was the last man standing. It came down to Mike Schlosser and Sebastian Peinot, and in the end, once the final arrows had been shot, it was Mike Schlosser still standing. He had scored a 30, while Sebastian Peinot posted a 29 in the final end. Peinot eliminated, and Schlosser the winner here at the Vegas shoot. So there are all your winners here in Las Vegas, the big winners, as the Vegas shoot draws to a close. Once again, congratulations to our winners last night, the gold medalists in the 2014 Indoor Archery World Cup. It was Park Se-Hui, Rick Vanderven, Erica Jones, and Sebastian Peinot coming with gold medals, coming away with gold medals, I should say, from the Indoor World Cup Finals. And today, Mike Schlosser, the big winner, picking up a check for $25,000. Well, what a weekend it's been here in Vegas. Our thanks to the South Point Hotel and Casino and the National Field Archery Association for welcoming all of us. We congratulate all who medaled and all who came and competed, and we look forward to seeing what's going to be coming up next in just a few weeks as the historic city of Nîmes in southern France plays host to the Indoor Archery World Championships. The archers milling around, soaking up the last few moments here in Las Vegas. So till 2 weeks from now, from Nîmes, I'm Carl Archie, saying goodbye from Las Vegas on behalf of World Archery and our entire crew. We'll see you in just a couple of weeks for the Archery World Championships indoors in Nîmes, France. Till then, so long, everybody.